Okay, let's maybe start right now. Katie or Mateusz, if you could text me if there will be any technical difficulties, so I can react promptly. If you have any questions related with topic of presentation, please please feel free to ask questions in chat. And then after the presentation, I will answer all of them. If you have experience as a brewer with both product, I will be talking today, DynaBoost and HyperBoost. Feel also free to give us some remarks, and then we can discuss them. So maybe I will start from introduction. My name is Kacper. I work for Yakima Chief Hops since 2020. So it's my fifth year or fifth harvest, as people in hop industry tend to say. Before that, I was brewer, so I hope like the insights I will provide you today will make sense for you as a brewers. And I will be looking forward to receive questions from you guys. So as you can see on the picture and the first slide, you see a factory basically. It is our new brand new extract plant from Yakima. And actually this new extract plant was necessary to start production of both products I will be talking today, DynaBoost and HyperBoost. Most of you guys know Yakima Chief as a company that provide brewers with premium quality T90 and cryo. And personally, I was knowing I knew Yakima from that perspective too as a brewer. However, we have a long history of company grower owned company that produce bittering extract too, and actually it was our first profession basically to produce extracts. And then when hop revolution started, we shift our focus into craft brewing and growing and processing high quality aroma hops such as Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, etc. And having that experience, we wanted to come back a bit to our roots, which was also extract production. You can imagine that we produce bittering extract for American craft brewers, but not only craft, also for macros. But we felt rapidly changing craft beer industry needs also high quality extracts for aroma that can be used by craft brewers and will meet craft brewers requirement. So that's why we decided to build a new extract plant that would be dedicated for that part of our business. Give me a second. Yes. So in this slide, you see technology of production of two of our products, DynaBoost and HyperBoost. You see them with mysterious name YCH702, which is DynaBoost with experimental R&D name, and YCH701. Which is nowadays known as a HyperBoost. Those names we used while the product, both of the products were in trial at YCH, and then when we tried those products with our customers. The technology of production it is not actually something super new. It is just improvement of existing technology, which is super critical CO2 extraction. So basically, we have two separators: separator number 1 and 2, and separator number 3. In separator number 3, we process pellet. We process pellet T90 to achieve highly concentrated extract, which is HyperBoost. In separator number 1 and 2, we keep actually a low oil extract, and then we mix all them together to create standardized flowable hop oil, DynaBoost. As you know, at Yakima Chief Hops, we produce T90 pellets and cryo that are not standardized, because we believe that not standardized products they are more similar to the roots of how hops supposed to taste and smell like. They are closer to leaf hops. However, we wanted to have in our portfolio some product which is standardized and allow our customers easily adapt product to core range of craft beers and customers have in their portfolio. So that's why we decided that DynaBoost will be standardized product, and you can estimate that it will have around 20 milliliters of oils per 100 grams of product. So it is pretty concentrated oil extract. What are benefits of using DynaBoost? Obviously, you use product that doesn't have any leaf material, so you minimize losses. Indeed, you have concentrated product with 20 milliliters of oil, so you can boost your beer by lovely tropical aroma. And what is the most important, you have a product that is liquid in room temperature, which we cannot say that it is standard for all oil extracts. If you keep DynaBoost in refrigerator, please remember that beta acids from extract will formulate small crystals. So it is absolutely normal. The easiest way to get rid of these crystals is just to heat up DynaBoost, and then up to like 40 degrees, and then those crystals will melt down, and product will be flowable once again. Our recommendation for usage, it is obviously Whirlpool. You can use it into kettle. However, if you use a product, if you introduce product to a very hot water, such as 98 degrees or 99 or nearly 100, please remember that utilization of alpha acids in extracts is higher than in T90 from two reasons. One, from obvious reason, extract contains more alpha acids than T90 or cryo, but there is also another factor, which is actually form of extract. Extract, it is as it is more flowable and doesn't have any leaf material, will have higher utilization of alpha acid, because it is easier to dissolve in hot water. Here you can see graph which is showing total IBU potential. So nearly 4 times higher than T90 and nearly twice than cryo. Cryo is also more concentrated than T90, so that's also the reason why it is twice more. It has twice higher IBU potential from T90, but also as it doesn't have leaf material, it also helped to introduce more bitterness into product. So once you use DynaBoost, I would recommend to think about temperature or changing a bit recipe. Or you can just assume that 1 kilogram of DynaBoost gives same amount of bitterness as 5 kilograms of hops. I know that it is generalization, but just to give you an overview. It is packaged in nice wide bottles, 10 kilograms or 1 kilogram. However, for Europe, most likely it will be 1 kilogram because 1 kilogram of DynaBoost equals around 10 kilograms of hops or even more. It is what one of my customers told me that it can be even more than 10 kilograms of T90, equivalent of T90. So 10 kilograms of DynaBoost would be basically equal more than 100 kilograms of hops. And there is no plenty of breweries that actually use this amount of hops to whirlpool. We also conducted internal tests before we started offering trials with our customers, and the goal was to try DynaBoost and also some other extract that was available and still is available on the market. And what you can see, it is that there are slightly differences between two of them. And it can be motivated with the fact that technology of production is a little bit different, but also when we produce our extract, we make it from T90, which is lot specific, and our goal is to make a product that is the as close to T90 pellet or cryo as is possible. So when we were making when we made the DynaBoost, we wanted to DynaBoost Citra. In that case, we wanted to aim Citra profile as much as possible. And I think by this graph you can notice that we got those Citra aroma with highly citrusy profile, while the other product was little bit closer to had little bit different profile with some spikes into woody or sweet aromatics. It could be also a reason of high myrcene content in other extract, which or amount of terpenes in other extract that cause those woody spike. But it is just my assumption. And after our internal tests, we decided to offer DynaBoost to our European and American customers. Majority of breweries were American or Canadian brewers, but we also had two customers from United Kingdom. You can see it on the map. It was 30 breweries. 87% among them. So it is around 26 breweries used extract before. So we wanted to aim a group of brewers that have some experience with using flowable hop extract. We asked brewers to summarize the experience with DynaBoost. and it was just after we did some tests in our at our brewery. So we were actually learning ourselves what are the best practices related with this product, and we just gave brewers our recommendations how we handle that product ourselves, and it turned that they actually liked the product. It turned that the product is promising because they rated overall experience on a 7.6 on 10, which is pretty good result. And they also said that comparing with other products, it is easier to use, and 62% admitted that. And what is interesting, 65%, so basically one customer more, said that it is more liquid than other products available on the market, which is really good because it means that we aim what we wanted to achieve. We wanted to achieve concentrated flowable extract that is flowable in room temperature and doesn't require any preheating to dissolve. And what were the comments of brewers during these tests? So first comment was that application of DynaBoost can cause oily layer on hot wort. And it requires some comment from my side, because indeed it can cause it can leave oily layer on hot wort, and it can leave whirlpool with some oily spots. But it is not huge loss for the brewer in terms of oils, because most likely it will be myrcene that will evaporate during active fermentation process. So that's what will leave on the whirlpool, or what will leave on as a oily layer on hot wort. Some brewers made a very smart decision to use deep hopping method to make their life easier. So they did DynaBoost break in 60-minute DynaBoost break in tank. And then they chill down the wort before adding yeast by pumping chilled wort through heat exchanger. And as you know, you as a brewer, you need to think twice when you do anything to not have additional work. So skipping rinsing of whirlpool because of some oily layer, it's a huge benefit for you. And anyway, you will need to clean tank after fermentation. So using usage of DynaBoost for deep hopping in your CCT can actually improve the process and make your life way easier. What we expected basically higher efficiency, and brewers confirm that. But the remark about the better aroma comparing to T90 or Cryo is very interesting. So it means that we actually achieve high quality extract if brewers are comparing that with T90, or even saying that it smelled better than Cryo. One of the brewers said that 1 kilogram of DynaBoost can correspond with 5 kilograms of T90 in terms of IBU. In terms of IBU. I guess that this brewer use it in high temperatures in 98 degrees or 99. So there was some isomerization of alpha acids. And we were actually pointing it out that especially with first batches, brewers supposed to think about IBU. However, with time, some plenty of brewers that I was in touch with, they said that actually it is not such a big deal as they thought. Isomerization of alpha acids in DynaBoost, but it requires attention if you use it first time. Once again, the usage left oily layer, and which require additional CIP. I'm sure that it is something that it is especially important for brewers that brew, for example, one batch per day. I was talking with one brewer that use a lot of DynaBoost, but they brew almost every day, 3, 4 batches a day. And he said that he doesn't think that it is an issue, but obviously wort which they're knocking out all the time is cleaning Whirlpool from those oily layers. So CIP is not needed each batch, but after each day. And DynaBoost seems to be more flowable and easier to add from products that Trialing Group was using. The next slide shows efficiency. So actually, there was two brewers that noticed actually decrease in yield. However, I don't know what was the issue. Probably it was related with not enough sparging. So they took not enough wort after filtration, or maybe beer was boiled too long. But it shouldn't happen that yield decrease actually with usage of extract. However, 75% of brewers notice increase in yield. The biggest amount of brewers notice increase in yield in about 2 to 5% to 4.9, which is a pretty good result, especially if you use this product on weekly or daily basis. Something which was very important for us, as I mentioned before, it was similarity to pellet, and 87%, which is 26% of the brewers admitted that it is similar to pellet. So there was no any artificial taste or aroma in beer made with this product. And we also ask for feedback about profile of beer made with DynaBoost. So brewers notice that it may deliver a bit more resinous flavor. I remember also that one of the brewers said that it can bring some unripped tropical fruits. Also, very often brewers were pointing out that beer is ready to consume earlier, which makes sense because there is no need for stabilization or settling down T90 or cryo. Also, some distinct tropical notes. One of brewers said that addition of citra on cold side for dry hopping enhance aroma, which is beautiful because actually it is how we recommend to use our products in conjunction. So mixing more product than just one, it is lovely choice. We recommend to not limit it only to one product such as DynaBoost, HyperBoost, or Cryo, but make more complex recipe with T90 Cryo, DynaBoost and HyperBoost, or DynaBoost and HyperBoost. And also, there was another comment that expected citra aromas were achieved with citrusy notes. We also ask brewers to compare DynaBoost beer with DynaBoost with control sample, so beer made with T90. And we conducted a sensory panel. So 80% of participants said that they don't feel any big difference between DynaBoost beer or control samples. However, 20% could point that control sample is different and or is better. 93% would buy product again, so it means that only 2 brewers was not interested in using DynaBoost once again, which is a pretty good result. And I must say that we will soon have anniversary of having this product on the market, and we see that the product is getting there. I mean. Brewers which tried DynaBoost once, they really like to get back to this product. So that's very strong testimony, basically, because it means that there is interest and the product is appreciated. How actually control beer and DynaBoost beer was portrayed in sensory graphs and by laboratory analysis. We have here example of a few beers. I decided to point those which were similar or were not similar. So here we have a beer which is in the middle. The blue one, the blue spikes, they portrayed control sample made with T90, and the red one shows beer made with DynaBoost. You can see that the spikes form a little bit different angles. So DynaBoost beer is little bit toward berry and woody aroma, maybe little bit more complex, I would say, while beer made with T90 is little bit more floral and tropical. However, most of the aromas match. I would say a lot of things is covering each other. A control sample was described as a mango, pineapple, guava-like, while DynaBoost was more into orange, peach, mango, biscuit aroma. Another sample was actually even more similar. It was the most similar example of beer with trial. Control sample and DynaBoost sample were really similar. As you can see, there are only slightly differences in spikes in red zone, which describes DynaBoost is a little bit more floral, but generally speaking, beers are really similar to each other. And the third one, in the third one, there was the differences were the biggest. The blue one, which portrays T90 beer, is more into berry-like aroma, a little bit more woody, earthy, but also more floral. While DynaBoost beer is more into stone fruit and citrus aroma. The descriptors were name piney, 57% of pine aroma, and taste in control one, while DynaBoost beer was more orangey or lemon-like. We also decided to see in laboratory how oil breakdown looked like. And in most of the cases, beers oil-wise were quite similar, with two differences that are important to mention. Geraniol in one of the beers in T90 was more pronounced, and so the aroma, the floral aroma probably was more dominant. And Linal in DynaBoost beer in one of the samples was dominating, but except of that, the differences were not so significant, I would say. So to summary, DynaBoost. You can expect that 1 kilogram of DynaBoost can replace actually not up to 10 kilograms, I would say up to 12, especially if we speak about low Plato beers. DynaBoost can bring more immature tropical sweet notes. And it is so highly concentrated that if you brew a first batch, just think about that. Because you should think how you use that product. If you want to do it for deep hopping or for a whirlpool addition, because it may require additional CIP cleaning, which is additional work for you. So that will be all about DynaBoost, and now I will switch to another product, which is HyperBoost, and then we can have a question session. On this picture, you see HyperBoost in beautiful background, which is actually Wayfinder Brewery in Portland, Oregon. This product, same as DynaBoost, is available in two bottles. One is 1 liter, another one is 100 grams. However, 1 liter of HyperBoost is almost is basically 100 kilograms of hops. And we don't think we will be bringing such a big bottles to Europe, but if there will be demand, for sure we will do that. You can assume that it will be available in 100 milliliters bottles, which are equal to around 10 kilograms of T90. Why to use HyperBoost? So you, as a brewers, you perfectly know that beer market is changing. Probably you also notice that there is more and more non-ABV beers, which production is challenging through many reasons, and one of them is hop creep. HyperBoost is one of the products that actually solve the problem of hop creep, because you don't introduce any additional sugars, enzymes or anything that will re-ferment in your beer. But also it brings very strong hop aroma that in some cases lacks non-ABV beers. Hop water is also a great opportunity for HyperBoost, but the ratio is supposed to be a little bit differently calculated. For usage of HyperBoost in hop water, you can assume that 100 milliliters of HyperBoost replaced 12 to 13 kilograms of hops. Obviously, it was designed for IPAs to boost aroma, to make it more hoppy, and to increase efficiency. As you know, if you use like 25 grams of hops per liter, beers like that are very expensive. And if you can replace a bit of T90 by Cryo or HyperBoost and get a bit more of beer in your keg or bottle, is huge improvement because the money stays in your pocket. In this graph, you basically can see where to use each product. So our recommendation for DynaBoost is Whirlpool, and for HyperBoost, dry hopping. I know that there are brewers that tried use the products in different stages of process. We don't say it's not possible. However, we do not recommend to use DynaBoost for dry hopping and HyperBoost for Whirlpool, because they are better product to do that. I mean, HyperBoost works the best for dry hopping, and DynaBoost work the best in Whirlpool. But of course, it is not forbidden to try use it other way around. How to use it in dry hopping, and what is recommended dosage. So HyperBoost supposed to be used for dry hopping, and it can be used for biotransformation, and it would be one of the recommendations I can give you, because the oils will be transformed, and you will get additional nice tropical aroma. It can be used post fermentation, but then you need to be careful to not cold crush beer, because you may introduce additional terpenes to beer that can fade away, or maybe they don't fade away. The question is if you're okay with that or not, and also if you decide to use HyperBoost while beer is already chilled down. You should keep in mind that it will not dilute in temperatures below 10 degrees, and then actually additional carrier will be needed, which would be pure alcohol. 40% is not enough; it's supposed to be 98%. And then you should be careful with dosage to not overhop a beer. If you use HyperBoost as something that should elevate hop aroma and make it more hoppy before canning, I highly recommend to be very careful with dosage, because once you overhop beer, then you will not have additional chance to fix it. The good amount to start with, it is to cut 25% of T90 from your recipe and start from that, and see how it works. It can either increase or decrease, but it is good start. We think that the best way is to use HyperBoost with Cryo or T90. So these products, they can be used in conjunction. And I personally think that the best effect comes with complexity. So when you will be creating layering of taste and aroma, the product will be the most complex, and your customers will be the most happy of that, and you as a brewer too. So that would be our recommendation to not rely only on HyperBoost or even not rely on on Cryo or DynaBoost, but to use a bit of each product to make a beer more complex. Please remember that both of the products, DynaBoost and HyperBoost, they don't have any vegetal materials. So if they also don't have polyphenols, which are on some level are responsible for fullness in beer. So you want to have them under control. It is not the best idea to use only advanced product in your beer. If you use HyperBoost after fermentation, it is really important to mix beer, to agitate with CO2, because otherwise HyperBoost will not dilute properly, and it will fall down on the bottom of tank, and it will be basically huge loss, because you will not receive those. You will not feel the difference. You will not feel the aroma. After the first batches, we ask our customers to give us some feedback if they observed some differences between the products they already use. So the most common remark I was personally getting was that it was the easiest ever product used for dry hopping. So basically, it is a product you pour, you mix by CO2, and job is done. And what you need to be concerned about it is when beer is ready for packaging. And once you overhop a beer by HyperBoost, you need to wait until beer will mellow, or because after sometimes it will mellow, but it can take some time. Usually brewers, which totally makes sense, are skeptical about hop merchants that are saying that the product is super concentrated. So sometimes brewers, they use more than recommended. And with this product, it is what we don't recommend. Start with little amount, and it's better to increase because it's really easy to overhop beer with HyperBoost. Increase in yield, it is something that you will notice very quickly. Aroma is very similar to hops. I would say that it smells like liquid hops. It has very intense hoppy aroma, and even some brewers said that they don't see any difference between pellets and HyperBoost. So that's really strong statement. And something which was pointed out, I will repeat myself almost by everyone: you need to mix beer in tank. So that's really a key point here. We also ask brewers if they use it in any unique way, if there was any different addition if there was any different way to add HyperBoost than usual. Generally speaking, everyone use it as was recommended. Here you can read how it was, how looked the procedure of dry hopping by one of our customers. So basically, it was used in normal way, in a way how I described before. One of the customers made hoppy water with that. Another one replaced 10 kilograms of T90 with 100 grams of HyperBoost, which led customers to increase aroma and yield. 10 kilograms replacement of 10 kilograms, it is around 3 kegs you have. 3 extra kegs. So it's pretty nice for one batch. And if you brew 100 batches beer like that, and you replace a HyperBoost in 100 batches, you have additional 300 kegs annually. Of course, HyperBoost is not a product for every beer, but if you brew non-ABV beers, if you brew IPAs that require additional hoppy punch, it is something that you may find nice to use. The aromas which brewers describe were mainly related with tropical and grapefruit aroma. And like for me, for example, tropical and grapefruit, yes, for sure. If you use other products, which will be backbone, and then HyperBoost will elevate that aromas into different level. Some brewers said that aroma was fantastic, but it was one-dimensional. And I would say that if you build your dry hopping procedure based on HyperBoost, I agree that the beer will be one-dimensional because there will be lack of another very important compound, such, for example, as polyphenols, which will make beer more complex. So I would highly recommend to use also T90 or T90 with cryo, but for sure not only DynaBoost for dry hopping. The aroma was in one case the aroma was so strong that it was exploding from can, and actually it can be concentrated like that. I remember that on the hop and brew school in Poland, one of customers canned like proceed the canning procedure, finish packaging 2 days before the event, and we were doing trials on hop and brew school Poland. And when we open cans, we basically needed to open windows because the aroma was so intense that we felt only aroma of beer from can. It was beautiful on the beginning, but after some time, we just felt aroma of hops, and we were a little bit overwhelmed by that. We also did obviously internal tests with different rates of HyperBoost Citra, and we combined Citra with HBC 586. It is crush. We decided to do it with this variety because it was in a year when Crush was launched. So here you still have the old name, but now you can recognize this variety 586 as a Crush. So it was Citra HyperBoost Cryo, Citra HyperBoost in different ratio, and Crush Cryo in different ratio. And one beer was made only with Crush Cryo. And seeing sensory charts and having look on spikes, the red one is the one in which there was the highest amount of HyperBoost and the lowest amount of cryo, and the spikes are going into sweet aromatics. It is thankful to cryo and little bit of woody aroma, which in my opinion is caused of a big addition of HyperBoost, because as I mentioned before, if you use it in too high ratio, especially when beer is getting cold, then you may introduce some terpenes into beer, which may fade away, or maybe they don't fade away. It's hard to say. Um, so that's why these woody spikes come like popping up over here. It also can be related with myrcene, because this product really smells like hops, very heavily smells like pure hops, like liquid hops, and have a high myrcene content. So that might be also a case. So the most important thing is to find a balance between T90 cryo and HyperBoost, and rely on complexity of the product, not just on only one. And then the beer will be complex, and you and the customers will enjoy it. And I think it was the last slide. I mean, the last one is those with useful links. So on our webpage, you can see two educational videos. One how to brew with HyperBoost, another how to brew with DynaBoost. And I hope you will watch it and enjoy, and it will give you some guidance how to navigate with these products on your brew houses. And I think that it will be all on my side. And now we can open a question session if you have any questions. Okay, are there any questions? Yes, please, please. Hi, Alex, please write your question over here. Uh, yes, I can have a look on articles about that, and I can send you over. Ah, you seen? Okay. But anyway, I will have a look on that. I mean, generally speaking, how to make hoppy water. You basically need to transfer water to tank, and add HyperBoost on ratio that. Okay, how to properly carbonate? I would use carbonate stone. So first I would probably use HyperBoost, and then I would carbonate from the bottom by CO2 stone. It is what I would do. Um, Okay, I mean we can exchange that informations on through emails. How much each you need? I mean, you ask about grams. It is 100 grams. Or if you can you comment on harvesting yeast after brewing? Mm, okay, so Ugis, you ask if you should dump yeast first. Um, uh, uh, okay, so my recommendation would be to add product when yeast are still active, but I would dump them from the bottom. I mean, when you know that fermentation is going to be end, I would start be dumping the older yeast. It actually depends how your tanks are made, because if you have a possibility to mix the product from a bottom outlet, then probably dumping is not necessarily. However, if you have one outlet and you add HyperBoost and you start mixing from the bottom, you basically move these all over around whole tank. And beer will be super murky, and it will take time until everything will settle down. So I would say that if you have two outlets, the bottom one and the top one, the higher one, um, I don't think it is super necessary to dump yeast. But if you have just one outlet, you should dump yeast. Okay, I see. Now you ask if you can repeat yeast after brewing with HyperBoost. Well, I would need to double check that with our with I will write it down. That's actually a very good question. So thank you, Gis. I will have a look on that. Okay, if we completely replace hops, what would be recommended? Uh, it's it depends. I would say like that. 10 grams is equal 10 kilograms of pellets. So it's very individual. It depends how concentrated beer in terms of flavor you want to get. For some brewers, probably the dosage will be smaller. For some will might be even larger, but I would say that those 100 grams, replacing 100 grams with 10 kilograms, replacing 10 kilograms of hops by 100 grams of HyperBoost. It is something for which craft brewers will aim. Regional brewers or macro brewers that doesn't use so much hops, for sure less. HyperBoost and DynaBoost. I I mean, I shouldn't be naming other products available on the market by name. So it was compared with products that are available in United States or Europe, but I cannot mention the name. Are there any other questions? Okay, so if there is no any additional questions, I will finish today's webinar. I wrote down your question, Ugis. I will have a look on that and get back to you. And thank you for participation. I hope that you enjoy the presentation, and I hope to see you guys in person someday. And have a nice rest of the evening. Bye.